All right, so this is our letter home today. If your worksheet in your packet does not look like this, then you can refer to the other video. There are two different versions of the letter home. So we are going to be filling in the blanks. You guys can pause the video to follow along if I'm going too quickly. We'll look at our sentence starters first. So we're starting with Dear blank. This week, the title of the newspaper was blank. The person in the news was blank. I learned about a place called blank. We made blank. So this one's the recipe, which is the food. We don't have that since we don't have cooking class. I learned 4 new words. 4 new words. And lastly, my favorite part of the paper was blank because blank. From your name. Okay, so let's start at the top. Dear. Usually at school, most people in class choose to write to their mother, so we can keep that. Or if you want to change it up, you can also write to your dad, your brother, your sister, your friend, your aunt, your cousin, me, any of the other adults in your class, a classmate, Miss Taylor, the librarian, anybody, right? So we'll write Dear Mom, but I'll also in parentheses put dad, brother, sister, Miss Chen, Miss Julia. Just some ideas. This week, the title of the newspaper was, and so if we don't remember, we can refer back to our webbing page. The webbing page will give you almost all the information that you need for the next few sentences. This week, the title of the newspaper was Stress Awareness Month. That was the title, Stress Awareness Month. The person in the news was, and so if you look in your webbing page, you can see who did we talk about in our article. The person in the news was a school counselor. So remember we talked about school counselors. We have 3 school counselors, Mr. Dale, Miss Gibson, and Miss Serena. I learned about a place called, so if you look on your webbing, which place did we talk about? Place called school, which is Visitation Valley Middle School. Some of you guys are 8th graders, so you guys will be going to a new school next year. We made, so I'm going to leave this one blank actually, but you can, actually that's not true, I'm not going to leave it blank, but I do want you guys to think about foods that you made at home. So maybe for lunch, you might have made a sandwich or cut up some fruit or had a salad or anything, made a dessert, made some ice cream or cake or cookies, anything that you might have made or that your family made that you helped with, you can write here. For me, I'm going to write, we made mashed potatoes. That's something that I made. If you made it, then you can copy that. But if you did not make that, you can write something else that you made. You can also write sandwich, write pizza, write dessert, any of those things. The words that we learned. So here I would go to your definitions page to see which 4 words that we worked on. You can go to your definitions page that you worked on, or you can go to your vocabulary page, which has the 4 words that we've been working on. And so I'll write those down. You can pause the video or you can just follow along. I learned 4 new words. They were stress, sorry, let me make sure I have all the words. And it was stress, everyone, feel, and change. So remember, 4 new words. Stress means what you feel when you are worried or uncomfortable about something. Everyone is all people. Feel is to experience an emotion or sensation. And change is to make different. So 4 new words. Stress, everyone, feel, change. Our last sentence says, my favorite part of the paper was. And so we usually we can choose between recipe or story. And since we only have story because we didn't do a cooking, you can write, my favorite part of the paper was story. Oopsies, was the story. Why? And for me, maybe you agree, because it is important to learn about our feelings. So I'm saying that my favorite part of the paper was the story because it is important to learn about our feelings. And so we talk about our feelings in the article and what makes us stressed and how we can become unstressed, how we can feel better. It's important to know that it's okay to feel stressed, to feel tired, to feel angry, to feel sad. Those are all okay, but we can also find ways to make us feel better. And then we're going to write from, and you're going to write your name. So let's review our letter. Dear Mom, or Dad, brother, sister, Miss Chen, Miss Julia, Mr. Willota, Mr. Luan, Mr. Trippo, Miss Lanisha. This week, the title of the newspaper was Stress Awareness Month. The person in the news was a school counselor. I learned about a place called school. We made mashed potatoes, maybe a sandwich, pizza, dessert. I learned 4 new words. Stress, everyone, feel, and change. My favorite part of the paper was the story because it is important to learn about our feelings. From me.